Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Here we are once again, another day in which we take a look at headlines from our city, our state, our country. We take a look at your comments, your ideas, your suggestions. We combine the good stuff so that we can enjoy it as a community of English-speaking locals. I hope that you will find something wonderful today. There's a couple of interesting bits of news I'm excited about. And of course, I'm happy because it is chilly. It is chilly. I know some of you watching from afar, there's snow in the ground and there's crazy low temperatures, but this winter weather here in Vallarta is just yummy. It helps you sleep well, and it is a good thing. And of course, it is a great thing when you have a blankie, and we have blankies. I hope you have blankies at home. I hope you're having a good morning today, Wednesday, December 6th. As always, we welcome everyone to the broadcast, and particularly those of you that are watching live for the first time. If that is your case, feel free to give us the opportunity to welcome you by writing the word new in your comment. And of course, as always, if there's something really important on your mind that you wish to share with everybody else, it helps a great deal when you add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment. Today, well, we might as well go there. Rather than talking about the news, we might as well start putting them out there. Time flies. I mean, I think it was January yesterday, but it is going to be January again, and the 12th International Charro Tournament has been announced. You know, this is one of those events that comes by every January, and then the year comes by and boom, it's time to have it again. This year, it will take place on January 31st, and the Charro Tournament will feature 36 of the best Charro teams throughout the country and the United States, plus 28 Escaramuza teams or Lady Charro teams. So this is a favorite event. A lot of Mexicans and foreigners love going to the Lienzo Charro, the venue where this event takes place, and this year should be no exception. Now, I could not find a Facebook page for the event, but I will leave you with the news item, and I'm sure that an event will be forthcoming. In other news, as of yesterday, OXXO is no longer just a convenience store. Moving forward, you will also be able to withdraw cash from your bank account at your favorite OXXO store. Just about every bank is on the participating list, every Mexican bank, that is. And the maximum amount of money you can withdraw is 2,000 pesos. Needless to say, there would be a commission attached to the withdrawal, but that is to be expected. In case you're wondering about the 20 de Noviembre elementary school in Puerto Vallarta's El Centro neighborhood, which is currently undergoing upgrades and was scheduled to be completed before this current school year, as in before this past September, well, it's not finished yet, and there is no date in sight. This is an important remodeling project because it's a historic building, so I'm sure they're taking their time. Although I'm sure the children that go to school there or used to go to school there are looking forward to the new facilities once they get completed. Now, feel free to take a wild guess. Or not. By the time I read your comments, your wild guess will have come and gone. But the director of Vallarta Municipal's Public Works Department, a gentleman by the name of Jaime Gabriel Perez, has coughed up the budget he thinks is required for next year to fix all the potholes in the city. Now, he did not specify an amount, but he did indicate that it is in the ballpark of 20 to 25 million pesos. He also indicated that at present time, there is no way his department can keep up with the demand, and that the fixes are scheduled on a day-to-day basis based on what seems to be of most urgency. So they're not catching their breath, and unless they get that much money, they probably will not be catching their breath anytime soon. And I scratch my face just as I put myself on the big camera. That's very smart. Actually, I came back to the big picture because I wanted to give you good news with my big, big face in front of you. And this has to do with music. As we wrap up this segment, we learned that the United Nations has declared the Mexican and Cuban boleros as intangible cultural heritage. This is great news after both countries defended the initiative jointly. As a musical genre, the bolero hails from Cuba. It originated towards the end of the 19th century and was adopted by Mexico at the beginning of the 20th. It is a staple of romantic music in our country, and you are more familiar with bolero than you think. Why? Because if you know Bésame Mucho, or if you know perhaps, then you definitely know the bolero. And this makes me super excited because just a few days ago, a dear friend suggested to me a music appreciation topic, and that is the musical genres of Mexico. And I thought that was a great idea. We know about mariachi, we may know about bolero, but what about all the others that are truly Mexican? And what about the others that came from other parts of Latin America? Well, we will be scheduling this sometime in the near future. But first, let us take a quick look at the weather just to see what's going on. And pum 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 pum, there it is. Were you expecting a witty joke? I'm not your funky monkey. No, I mean your fucking monkey. Your funky monkey. I'm not your fucking monkey meatbag. That's what our weather forecast, our snarky weather has to say. 28 degrees out there. Humidity is at 60%. And with today, we can expect mostly cloudy skies in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a high of 31 and a low of 22. Then tomorrow, it'll be a humid day with mostly clear skies, but a few clouds may be wandering around. A high of 31, a low of 22. And then Friday, humid with clear skies throughout the day with a high of 30 and a low of 21. I am just loving all those low temperatures. And I already said that, so I'm not going to repeat myself. I will tell you, just as an aside, that last night I was chilling, watching television with Luna, and we stumbled upon a very interesting, controversial documentary on, well, it's a controversial topic on Netflix. This has to do with life after death. I don't know where you're at as far as your beliefs, and we are certainly not going to shame anyone's beliefs as far as this or anything else is concerned. But I think the experiences mentioned on the documentary gave me some food for thought, and that was that. Now I do want to continue. Yesterday we took a look at the ensalada de Nochebuena or Christmas Eve salad as one of the traditional Mexican Christmas dinner staples. And today we are going to unpack another such dish. Yesterday's was more influenced by the Spanish. This one is truly based on pre Hispanic cuisine. And of course, I am talking about the romeritos. Romeritos. Let us start with what they are not. Romero is the Spanish word for rosemary. So you would think that romeritos are like little rosemaries or little sprigs of rosemary, but that is not the case. Romeritos are actually the tender sprigs of seepweed, which are boiled and served in a mole sauce seasoned with shrimp jerky blended into the mix. The dish is served warm, whereas Christmas salad is served cold. The dish commonly includes patties made with dry shrimp and also potatoes and cactus and other ingredients, and all of this is combined and cooked in a rich mole sauce. The dish can be traced back to pre-Hispanic times, and it is a favorite dish because it is flavorful and very, very affordable. Now, I'm going to include a recipe for this, but in case you're wondering, I would imagine that as we get close to Christmas, you should be able to find romeritos at Costco in the prepared food aisle. And I sure hope that they're going to have bacalao, which is another traditional Mexican Christmas dinner staple, which we're going to unpack maybe tomorrow, maybe in a couple of days. But I sure am getting hungry after talking about all this delicious food. And now, let us see what you are up to today with your comments and your plans for the day. Let's see. Purim pam pum pam. Lots of good mornings, which I love. I think I saw Muffin somewhere. Logan, I sure hope that your inspection was successful yesterday. Oh my goodness, Robin. Robin was in Italy and is now back. It's good to see you. Welcome back to Puerto Vallarta. Claude, I hope your new living room is free of posts. I know that they were scheduled to be removed yesterday or the day before. And I hope that you are enjoying your home expansion. Claude also comments the renovation of the school is beautiful. Yes, I've been very curious to take a look inside. I'm sure the school is going to be gorgeous. Purim pum pum. Hello, Lucy. Now, Lucy did something so wonderful this morning. Lucy sent me a link to something, but she didn't just send it like some people do. She actually included a lovely note saying, hey, I was reading this and I thought about you. Now, I don't know about you, but in my mind, there is such a huge difference between somebody forwarding something to you and saying, hey, this made me think of you, and somebody just plastering your inbox with information. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You tell me. Let's see. I've seen the movie Life After Death on the big screen a couple of months ago. I don't know that I know this movie, but I find that the whole subject matter fascinating. I really, really do. Barbara says, the dish sounds fantastic. I hope Costco stocks it. If Carmen Porras is watching, Carmen usually makes these things in her traditional dinners, and I hope that Carmen will be a good source of information as to where we can find romeritos, or if anybody sees romeritos or bacalao or ensalada de Nochebuena, all these wonderful traditional Mexican dishes, we want to hear about this. Or, of course, we could cook them at home. Let's see. I highly recommend to everyone to go visit the mural made by our dear friend Luna Santiaguin at the Malecón in honor of those who didn't make it back home next to La Bodeguita del Medio. I am missing a bit of news, which I was going to show you today. Did I delete it by accident? I may have. I misplaced a bit of news. How is that possible? Okay, I'm going to talk to you about what I was going to tell you about. I can't find the headline. I must have deleted it by mistake. But I wanted to address a small elephant in the room, and it's actually not an elephant. It is a shark. You may have read about this in the newspaper or somewhere or online. There was a shark attack in a beach near Melaque, south of Puerto Vallarta. A woman died. In a little bit of bittersweet irony, she was a marine biologist. Now, before you start getting your panties wherever it is that you put them, in a twist, in a bunch, or whatever, please know that shark attacks are really isolated in Mexico. Since the beginning of the century, less than 4 dozen shark attacks have been registered all over the country. So this is a very isolated incident. Nonetheless, authorities have chosen to take some precaution and have temporarily closed some beaches near the place where the incident took place. And I knew that I had a little bit of something missing, and there you have it. Back to our little chit chat and close to the end of this broadcast. Bacalao is also traditional with the Portuguese. I'm not surprised. Bacalao is one of those dishes that is not traditionally from Mexico. I'm sure we inherited it from the Spaniard when they conquered, and we will be talking about bacalao sometime in the near future. And speaking of the near future is here. I don't see any more cues, so it's time to wrap it up. As always, thank you so much for being here this morning. Thank you for sharing your time and your comments with us. I look forward to tomorrow, where we will have even more comments, ideas, suggestions, questions, and all kinds of good information so that we can better connect with each other and with our city as a community of English-speaking locals. Grab a blankie, watch some TV, and tell me all about it soon. Take care.